Good morning children, I am Poonam Bagga and we are studying chapter 2 whole numbers. Up till now we have learnt about natural numbers starting from 1, then we learnt about whole numbers starting from 0 and then we discussed the properties of whole numbers. In our last class we had done some examples based on those properties. Today we will be doing exercise 2.2 again on the basis of those properties. Before we start, let us quickly recall what were those properties. The most commonly used properties are that of commutativity, associativity and distributivity. By commutativity we mean that if we have two numbers A and B, then we can easily interchange their order while adding or multiplying. Then if we have three or more whole numbers, then by using associative property we can pair up any two numbers first and then add or multiply as given in the question. And then we will be discussing distributive property as we take up the questions ahead. The closure property is not much applied and you know that 0 is the additive identity and 1 is the multiplicative identity. Again, keep in your mind that why do we use these properties? The main focus area is first to make the calculation easy. We don't want to multiply big numbers. We want the calculation to be easy. And second, we want the calculation to be fast. We need to get the answer quickly. And obviously if we choose an easy method, then the answer automatically will be coming very fast. Now we take up the first question. Find the sum by suitable rearrangement. Here we have been given three numbers. Up till now the practice was to write the numbers one below the other and then add. But that is time taking or time consuming activity. What we will do now is take a new approach, have a look at the digits at one's place. Try to add them. We want two numbers such that on adding their units place digit, we get a 0 at the back. If we add 7 and 8, we get 15. Are we getting a 0 at the back? No. So it is not of our use. If we add 8 and 3, we get 11. Again, we are not getting a 0 at the back, so it is again not of our use. Add this 7 and this 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. Yes, we are getting a 0 at the back. So we need to pair up these two numbers first, 837 and 363. But you can see this 208 is lying in between these two numbers. So we need to interchange these two numbers. By using which property? Yes, commutative property. Let us write it. 837 plus 363 plus 208. Here we have interchanged these two numbers by applying the property of commutativity. Now, again we need to add up these two numbers first, so we mark a bracket on both sides. And this we are doing by choosing or using the property of associativity, which says that while adding three numbers, we can pair up any two numbers first. We are pairing up these two numbers first and then we will get their answer and then we will add this answer to 208. Let us do this. 7 plus 3 is 10, 1 caret, 6 and 3 9 and 1, 10 again, 1 caret, 8 and 1 9 and 3 12. It's 1200 plus 208. Add the two numbers 0, 8, 4 and 1. 1408. You can see how quickly and easily we got this answer. We take up the next question. Here we are having four numbers. Again we need to see which two numbers should be taken up together first. Again we will look at the digits at one's place. If we add 2 and 3, we get 5, not a 0. If we add 3 and 8, we get 11, again not a 0. If we add 8 and 7, we get 15, again not a 0. Then which two numbers should be taken? Just add this 2 and 8. 2 plus 8 is 10. Yes, getting a 0 at the back. So clearly we should pair up these two numbers first. Also have a look at this 3 and 7. 3 plus 7 is again 10. So again we are getting a 0. So we should also pair up these two numbers together. So let us rewrite them. We can interchange the order of these two numbers in the center by using the commutative property, which says that it does not matter if we interchange the order of any two numbers while adding. So we will write it in this way: 1962 plus 1538 plus 453 plus 647. We have interchanged these two numbers. Now we are getting this 2 and 8 together and this 3 and 7 together. Now we will pair up these two numbers first. So we mark a bracket around both of them and also around these two numbers, because we will be pairing up these two together and these two together. Let us add the two numbers. 8 and 2 is 10, 1 carried. 6 and 1 7 and 3 is again 10, 1 carried. 9 and 1 10 and 5 15, 1 carried. It is 3500. Plus add these two numbers. 7 and 3 it's 10, 1 carried. It's 6 and 4 10 again, 1 carried. 5 and 6 it's 11. Now add up these two numbers. What do you get? 5 plus 1 is 6 and 3 plus 1 is 4, and this is the answer. So quick and so easy, isn't it? Now we take up the next question. Find the product by suitable rearrangement. Here we are having three numbers in multiplication. Earlier we were having addition, now we are having multiplication. And you know that commutative property, associative property, these both properties are applied on addition also and on multiplication also. So here again we will choose two numbers such that if we multiply them we get a 0 at the back. You can clearly see that this 50 and 2, if we multiply 2 by this 5, obviously this 0 is already there, but if we multiply this 2 and 5 we again get a 10. So then there will be two zeros and it will be helpful for us. So we pair up these two numbers together first. We will write in this way: 2 into 50 into 1768. Here we have again interchanged these two numbers by applying the property of commutativity. Now 2 into 50 is 100 and into 1768. Now you can see how easy the calculation has become. Multiply the two. This will be 1768 on multiplying by 1, because 1 is the multiplicative identity. So on multiplying this 1768 by 1 we are getting the same number back, and now we can place the two zeros in the last and we get it as 1,76,800 as the answer. Next we have one more question. 4 into 166 into 25. Again just have a look. If we multiply 6 and 5, it's 6 5s are 30. Yes, we are getting a 0. And if we multiply 4 and 5, it's 20. Again we are getting a 0. So which two numbers should be taken up first? If we take up these two numbers, then both the numbers are large numbers. Their multiplication will be difficult for us. So we take up these two numbers. Because they are small numbers, so their multiplication will be easy for us. So we again write the question in this way: 4 into 25 into 166. What we have done? We have interchanged the order of these two numbers. Now we can easily pair up these two numbers by applying the associative property of multiplication. 4 into 25 is 100. Always remember this. Keep in your mind 25 into 4 is 100. It will be always helpful to you while doing some calculations. Now into 166. Again 166 into 1 is 166, and write up the two zeros in the last. Then we have the answer 16,600. Next we have one more question. 8 into 291 into 125. Clearly again we need to take up two numbers together first. We need to select those numbers by having a look at the ones place. 5 ones is 5. We cannot take these two numbers, and 8 ones is 8. Again we can't take these two numbers. But 8 into 5 is 40. We are getting a 0 at the end. So we choose these two numbers, 8 and 125. Okay. Now again we are having this 291 in the center. We can easily interchange the order of any two numbers. Either we can interchange these two numbers or we can interchange these two numbers. Let us interchange these two numbers now. 291 into 8 into 125. We have changed the order of these two numbers, 8 and 291. Now we need to pair up these two numbers together first by applying the property of associativity. 291 into, just multiply the 2, 8 5s is 40, 4 carried, 8 2s are 16 and 4 20, 2 again carried, 8 1s are 8 and 2 it's 10. Wow, we got 1,000. 3 zeros with 1, and it will be easy now to multiply. Always remember, it will be again helpful to you. 125 into 8 is 1000. Remember this result. Then we get the answer as 291 into 1 is 291, and we can write the 3 zeros in front of it. We get the answer as 2,91,000. Very easy, isn't it? Next we take up this product. Again we need to pair up any two numbers first out of these three numbers. Clearly 5 9s is 45. The answer is not getting a 0 at the back, so we will not choose these two numbers first. Then 9 6 is 54. Again we are not getting a 0 at the back, so we will not take up these two numbers. Then 5 into 6 is 30. Yes, and it's 0 at the end, so we will pair up these two numbers together first. Let us write in this way: 625 into 16 into 279. What we have done? We have interchanged the order of these two numbers by applying the property of commutativity for multiplication. Now we will multiply these two numbers first. This means we are grouping these two numbers together first by applying the property of associativity. Let us multiply these two numbers. 625 into 16. You will get 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12 and 3 it's 15, 6 6 are 36 and 1 37. Then you have 625 as it is, 0 0, 1 carried, a 0, 1 carried, it's 6 and 4 10. Oh wow, it's 10,000 into 279. Now you can see how easy the calculation is. If you were originally thinking that let me multiply the three numbers, now you can think how much time consuming it would have been to multiply 625 by 279, then get a long result and then multiply it by 16. And now you can see how quickly you are getting the answer. It will be 279 1 2 3 4 zeros. It will be again 27,90,000. So you can easily compare the methods, both the methods. One, the usual method that you used to do earlier, multiplying the three numbers. If you would have chosen to multiply these two numbers, then get a long answer and multiply by 16, then obviously you wouldn't have got the answer till now. Whereas we are having the answer by this different method so quickly. We take up the second or the next part, 285 into 5 into 60. Again you can see which two numbers should be paired up together first. Clearly 5 6 is 30 and this 0 we already have. So we should pair up these two numbers together first. So there is no need for applying the commutative property. We are already having these two numbers together. We simply need to apply the associative property. 285 into, it will be 6 5s are 30 and one more 0. Now just multiply this 3 by 285. The zeros we will write it in the end automatically. So 3 5s are 15, 1 carried, 3 8s are 24 and 1, 25, 2 carried, 3 2s are 6, 7, 8, and now write the 2 zeros. How easy it is, isn't it? The next one is this one. Here again we are having 4 numbers. One way is to multiply all the 4. Obviously that will be time consuming and a lengthy method. We need to find the answer quickly and that too easily. So we need to pair up numbers in such a manner that we get zeros at the end. Just have a look. I asked you to remember 2 products. They will be applicable here. 125 into 8. Just recall it. It was 1000. Yes. And then this 4 into 25. It's 100. Now you can see how easy the calculation will become. Let us pair up these numbers in this way. 125 into 8 into 40 into 25. We have just interchanged the order of the numbers written in the center. 40 we have taken to the right and 8 we have brought it to the left. By which property? Yes, commutative property. Now we will pair up these 2 numbers together and these 2 numbers together by the property of associativity. Next we multiply these 2 numbers. We know it's 1000 and 25 fours is 100 and this one more 0 is there. So 1000 into 1000. What do we get? 6 zeros. And now we can write the number name in this way. Ones, tens, hundreds, then 1000, 10,000, and then 10 lakh is the answer. And just recall, a number with 6 zeros, it's 1 million also. Next we take up the next question. Find the value of the following. Here one method is, you can simply multiply these 2 numbers, multiply these 2 numbers and then add. But this method is again lengthy and time taking. We need to get the answer quickly. What you are seeing here is this 297 is getting repeated. And also here you can see this multiplication sign and this addition sign. These 2 signs are involved in which property? Just recall that property which is hidden here. It's the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Let us write its statement that for any 3 whole numbers a, b and c, if we have a into b plus c, then this a is distributed to b and then again it is distributed to c. This a has been distributed to b here and then it is distributed to c here. This is the distributive property. But if we have the question of this form, a into b plus a into c, then a is already distributed to b and c, so further we can't distribute. Then what can we do? We can collect it back. Just when you go in library period, you are being distributed books, and then after the period is over, the books are again collected back from you. Similarly, here this a has been distributed to b and c, and now we will collect it back. Take it outside and this b and c will remain separately in this bracket. This is the reverse process of this one. Here also you can see that this 297 is distributed to this 17 and it is also distributed to this 3. Now we will collect it back. This means we will take it out as a common number, 297. We will write it outside, then we will place one bracket, and then this 297 is outside, 17 will come inside, again this 297 is outside and this 3 will come inside. And what will be the symbol in between? It will be plus. Since it is plus here, so it will be plus here also. then you will have 297 into 17 plus 3 is 20. And now multiplication by 2, you know it's very easy. 2 sevens are 14, 1 carried, 2 nines are 18 and 1, 19, again 1 carried, 2 twos are 4 and 1, 5. Now mark this 0 at the end. Now the answer is 5940. So how quickly we got the answer? In place of this, if we would have chosen to multiply these two numbers first, then multiply these two and then add, then the answer we would have not got it till now. Okay, so it's a fast and easy method. So always apply these properties while doing the calculations. We take up the next one. Here again we are having such a big number, 54,279. Since the number is looking so big, then you must be thinking that the calculation is going to be difficult here. Multiplying this one by 92, it will be a difficult task. Again multiplying this one by 8, it will be also less difficult, but still it will be time taking task. Do we have one more method? Yes. What is it? You can see this number is being distributed to 92 and 8. We again need to collect it together. Collect it back from these two numbers. 54,279. We will take it outside as the common number. Then place the brackets. This is outside. What will come inside? 92. Again this is outside and this 8 will come inside, and plus in between because here it is a plus. So which property is this? The distributive property. Distributivity of multiplication over addition. It is this property which has been applied. Now you can see 54,279 into, add the two numbers, it is 100. The work is done. 54,279 and 2 zeros. How quickly we got the answer, isn't it? And just think it over, that if in place of this, if you would have chosen to multiply 54,279 by 92, then you would have not got the answer till now. I am sure about this. And see, by using this property, distributive property, we have got the answer within a few seconds. Great. Next we take up this question. Again we are having this number distributed to 169 and 69. Since it is already distributed, we will collect it back from the two numbers. 81,265. We take it out as a common number, and then we will have inside 169 from here and 69 from here. And now what will be the symbol inside? It will be minus, because here it is minus. So we will write minus in the center. Again 81,265 into, subtract the two numbers, we get 100 again. It's again very easy now to multiply. 81,265 and then 2 zeros. It will be 81,26,500. So again we got the answer within a few seconds. And in place of this, just imagine if you would have chosen to multiply these two numbers, then the answer first you would have got would have been a large number. Time consuming and brain consuming, isn't it? Now we got the answer so easily and so quickly. So always apply these properties. Remember this. Next we have one more question. Here we are unable to find any number common in both the terms. Both the terms we mean this is the first term and this is the second term. The numbers with the multiply sign in between, they represent one single term, and these three numbers again represent one single term because there is a multiplication sign in between, and then there is a plus sign in between. So both multiplication and addition are being seen here. So which property can you imagine here? Again the property of distributivity. But here we are unable to see the common number in both the terms. What we can do? Let us break up this number 25. Rewrite the question. 3845 into 5 into 782 plus 769 into this 25 can be written as 5 into 5 and then 218. Now if we multiply these two numbers first, what do we get? Let us multiply 3845 into 5 into 782 plus, just multiply the two numbers, 5 9s are 45, 4 carried, 5 6 are 30 and 4 34, 3 carried, 35 and 3 38 into 5 into 218. Now we can see that this number is common in both the terms and this 5 is again common. So this number 3845 and this 5, these two numbers are distributed to this 782 as well as to 218. Now we can connect it back and take out as the common numbers. We will take both these numbers outside because both are common, and then we have 782 plus 218 in the center. Multiply these two numbers, it's 5 5s are 25, 2 carried, 20 and 2 22, 5 8s are 40 and 2 42, then 5 3s are 15 and 4 it's 19, multiplied by, add these two numbers, 8 and 2 10, again 10 and again 10. Now we are getting 1000 and now simply multiply, we get the answer immediately and 3 zeros. If we mark the commas, it's 1,92,25,000, such a big number. And just imagine if you would have multiplied these three numbers first, then these three numbers and then added, how difficult and time taking it would have been, and still it's not sure that you would have got the correct answer, isn't it? So always apply these properties. We have the next one, find the product using suitable properties. Here we are having two numbers. What we will be doing is, we will break this number into two parts because only then we will be able to apply the properties. Let us do this. 738 into, we can break it up into 100 plus 3. Why we are doing this? Because it's always easy to multiply by 100, we know this, and it's again easy to multiply by 3 because it is a single digit number. That is why instead of multiplying by a 3-digit number, we have broken it into two parts, one with zeros and the other one a single digit number. Now this is again of the form A into B plus C. You can resemble the two given equations or the numbers. What do you find here is, we will apply the distributive property. With this we will multiply 738, or we will distribute this 738 to 100 and then plus distribute it to 3. We have distributed it to 100 and then to 3. This is the distributive property. Now multiply the two, you can easily see it will be 73800, and multiplied by 3, it's again easy because multiplication by a single digit here. 3 8s are 24, 2 carried, 3 3s are 9 and 2 11, 1 carried, 21 and 1 it's 22. Now simply need to add 0 0 and 14, we can write it as 14, then 8 and 2 it's 10, 1 carried, 4 and 2 it's 6, it will be 76,014. Okay, so here again we have broken up this number 103 and then we have applied the property of distributivity. We take up this one, again we are having two numbers, both of them 3-digit numbers, so always it's difficult to multiply 3-digit numbers. What we can do, we can break this 102 into two parts as 100 plus 2. Now multiplication by 100 is also easy and multiplication by 2 is again very easy. We will again apply the distributive property. 854 into 100, distribute it to 100, then 854 into 2. By distributing it to 2, we get 854 and 2 zeros, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 1 carried, 2 8s are 16 and 1 17. Add the two numbers, here the two zeros, so we get 0 8 at the end. 4 and 7, it's 11, 1 carried, 6 and 1, it's 7. 87,108 is the answer. So quickly we are getting the answers. And just think it over, if we would have chosen to multiply this 3-digit number by this 3-digit number, then I am sure that we would have not got the answer by this time. Then we take up 258 into 1008. Again it's easy. If we break up this number, we will write it as 258 into 1000 plus 8. Again it will be easy to multiply by 1000, and then it will be easy to multiply by the single digit number 8. So distributive property will once again be applied. 258 into 1000 plus 258 into 8. It will be simply 258 and then the 3 zeros, and multiply these two. 8 8s are 64, 8 5s are 40, it's 46. 8 2s are 16 and 4, it will be 20. 3 zeros at the back, we can straight away write 064 at the end. Then 8 and 2, it's 10, 1 carried, it will be 6. And so we get the answer as 2,60,064. Very easy again. Then we take up this part. Here again, which number should be broken up? Clearly this one, because this will give us the sum of 1005. So we write it as 1000 plus 5 into 168. Again we will apply the distributive property. This 168 will be multiplied to 1000 first, and then it will be multiplied to 5. 168 into 5. Because multiplication by 1000 is again easy and multiplication by 5 is again easy. A single digit number, it's 5. So we get 168 and 3 zeros. Multiply these two. 5 8s are 40, 4 carried. 30 and 4, it's 34. And 5 1s are 5 and 3, it's 840. We have 3 zeros at the end, and this is again a 3-digit number. So we can directly write it as 1,68,840. Next we have a word problem. A taxi driver filled his car petrol tank with 40 liters of petrol on Monday. So there is one taxi and in it petrol is being filled, 40 liters of petrol on Monday. Then the next day he filled the tank with 50 liters of petrol. Next day means the Tuesday. On Tuesday 50 liters of petrol was filled. If the petrol costs rupees 44 per liter, how much did he spend in all on petrol? So first we need to write the information that has been given. On Monday, how much petrol was filled? 40 liters. Now while writing the statement also, you should be cautious, since petrol is not a countable item. So we cannot write it in this way, that number of petrol filled on Monday. It's the volume given. So we will write quantity of petrol filled on Monday. It is how much? 40 liters. Then quantity of petrol filled on Tuesday. The next day means Tuesday. It is given to be 50 liters. So it's 50 liters. Now the total quantity that has been filled, it's 40 plus 50 liters. Now we have been given the cost of petrol per liter, or in other words, cost of 1 liter petrol, it's rupees 44, and then cost of petrol filled, it's the total cost of petrol filled, it will be how much? We will multiply these two figures, this one and this one. So we get rupees 44 into 40 plus 50. Let me shift it upwards. Then we get it as equal to rupees 44 into, it will be 90. Now we can multiply this. 9 fours is 36, 3 carried. 9 fours are 36 and 3 it's 39 and then 1 0. So this is the amount of the petrol that has been filled on both the days. Clear to you? One more method can be taken up. We could have multiplied this 40 by 44 to get the amount of petrol filled on Monday, and we could have multiplied this 44 by 50, the quantity of petrol that was filled on Tuesday, and then its amount by multiplying by 44, and then also we could have added. But here in this case we would have to multiply 2 times and then add, and here we needed to multiply only once. So this is an easy method. Next we have one more word problem. A vendor supplies 32 liters of milk to a hotel in the morning and 68 liters of milk in the evening. So at both times, in the morning and in the evening, the milk is being supplied. So let us first write this information. Quantity of milk supplied in the morning. It's how much? 32 liters. And in the evening, it's how much? 68 liters. Then the total quantity supplied, it will be just the sum of 2. How much? 32 plus 68 liters. This is the total milk supplied. Then the cost of milk per liter. Per liter means for 1 liter. So we can write cost of 1 liter milk is rupees 45. So the total cost of milk will be we need to multiply these two figures. Okay na? This is the total quantity of milk that is being supplied, and this is the cost for 1 liter. So we need to multiply the two figures to get the total cost of the milk. So we write it as rupees 45 into 32 plus 68. Again we will add these two numbers in the bracket. What do we get? Add the two numbers. It will be 2 and 8, 10, 1 carried, it's 100. And now it's very easy. It will be rupees 4,500. The total cost of milk. Isn't it easy? Again we could have multiplied this 32 by 45 separately, and we could have multiplied 68 by 45 separately and then added. But then it would have been difficult. Multiply 45 and 68. It would have been difficult. Multiplying these two again it would have been time taking as well as difficult. And now once we have taken this 45 as common by applying the distributive property, here now we are getting the answer quickly. Then we have the last question. Match the following. Here we have been given 3 parts here and 3 parts here. We have to match the 2 columns. Okay. First one is 425 into 136. It has been given as 425 into 6 plus 30 plus 100. Here this 136 has been divided or distributed into 3 numbers. Again we can see here it is multiply sign, here it is multiply sign, and here we are having the addition sign. So which property can you relate here? Yes, the property of distributivity of multiplication over addition. Is it written here somewhere? It is commutativity under multiplication, commutativity under addition, and this is distributivity of multiplication over addition. So we can match this equation with this one, or we can write simply C here. Both the methods are correct, or we can write here 1. Any method you can take up. Then we have 2 into 49 into 50, 2 into 50 into 49. Here the order of these two numbers has been changed. They both have been interchanged, and this we can do only by the property of commutativity. And since there is multiplication here, so commutativity of multiplication. Is it written here? Yes, commutativity under multiplication. So we can match it here in this way, or we can write here the part A. Then we have this one, 80 plus 2005 plus 20, 80 plus 20 plus 2005. Again the order of these two numbers has been changed. So the property of commutativity is again visible here, but since there is addition here, so we will apply commutativity under addition, and it is this part. So we can write here B. And with this your exercise 2.2 is also complete. Now you can also form your own questions by taking up your own numbers, large numbers, small numbers, and just play with these numbers and apply the properties. You will really enjoy it. We will meet in our next video with the next topic. Till then, goodbye.